Today, the battle that the Maccabees fought. They fought for the survival of the Jewish people and the Jewish faith against an enemy that wanted to extinguish us, wipe us out from the face of the earth. We were fighting our battle, but we were also fighting the battle of civilization, because our civilization is based on the Judeo-Christian tradition. And if the Maccabees had failed, there'd be no Judaism, there would be no Judeo-Christian civilization. There would be no Maccabees. There would be no United States, there wouldn't be the civilization of freedom, the respect for our common traditions, our common values. All of that would not happen if it weren't for those 5 brave brothers. They actually made the whole difference. So that spirit animates these brave soldiers that are here today and their comrades who are fighting in Gaza or in Lebanon or in Iran, wherever is necessary to not only preserve the Jewish nation and the Jewish state, but preserve civilization against the barbarians. The barbarians are out there. They did a horrible thing to us on October 7th. They'll never do it again. But they're doing it against Jews in Sydney and Jews elsewhere in America and elsewhere. This is our common battle against the barbarians. We have won it here, we're winning it here, we'll win it everywhere. Chag Sameach, Chag Chanukah Sameach L'kulchem. Toda rabba lachem. Toda rabba.
So to those who don't know, Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday. And it's a lot about the Maccabees. See, the Maccabees was a small group of priests. Some call them rebels. They were Jewish, but they were led by Judah Maccabee. They were small in number, but they were determined to protect their faith and culture by fighting against Syrian Greek. So the Maccabees and the Jewish people was resisting the corruption of the Syrian Greek army and culture, which including adopting to false idols, worshiping other gods and practices. Syrian Greek were trying to impose their culture onto the Jewish people, and they weren't having it. The Maccabees saw that this was a threat to their faith and their identity. So the Maccabees and the Jewish people, they fought to practice their right to worship Jehovah God, Jehovah Jireh. They wanted to maintain their culture and heritage, and it was a battle for their religious freedom and culture and preservation, to preserve it. You know, the story of the Maccabees, it is inspiring. It's an example to stand up for what's important, even though it's tough and rough. And the story of the oil is what makes this so important, this Jewish holiday so important, of lighting of the candles of Hanukkah. So when Judah Maccabee led the Jewish people to fight against the Syrian Greek, of course, army, in the 2nd century, they reclaimed the temple and they rededicated it. But they only had enough oil to light the menorah for one night. Miraculously, the oil, it lasted for 8 nights. Which is why the celebration for Hanukkah is 8 days. The lighting of the candle of the menorah. So as the oil lasted for 8 days, the candle and continued to stay lit, it was a miracle. Maccabees lit the menorah and it burned for 8 days, but only having enough oil for one. Oh, it's a reminder when things seem impossible, and perseverance can lead to amazing things. If the Maccabees stood up and fought for their culture, their rights, what they believed in, so can There's always a battle for religious freedom. So it gives us hope that this small group of people led by Judah Maccabee, the Jewish people, they were limited with resources. They were limited in number. But they had a big impact because they fought for something they believed in, reclaimed, rededicated the temple, and knew they were not going to worship no other false ideology. They were determined to know what they believed. And God showed up and showed out with that oil, and we are still lighting candles today, celebrating Hanukkah. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for your faith. Most important, make sure you have Jesus in your heart. Or you can't get to God the Father but through His Son. Happy Hanukkah, and everybody. Remember, whatever you lack when you lighten those candles, if He did it for the Maccabees, He can do it for you, his faithful chosen people, called by his name. Love beyond measured. I'm talking about you.